That's me there.
So, what is it? GameDay Squad? Is that it?
There's 2 handhelds and one with a lead that's live always. Turn them up. Don't stand in front of it.
Where's the turned off
Got
upstairs?
one here.
Dunno. Been good that poll. I've got. Actually, those two. Sorry.
Hey, did you turn that top one off? Right. That's that one. There we go. Is that okay? It's gonna keep. What's it gonna keep?
I can just share it.
Where do you
Or you two share it.
Where do you put this?
Is that all right?
Are we in shop? Right, ready to go?
G'day, you legends. How are you all going? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm Roy, I coach Destroy, and I'm here with Warnie. Yeah.
Coach of the War Dogs.
And
Calvin.
Calvin.
Coach of Calvin. How are we, guys?
Well, I'm going all right.
Yeah.
I'm going all right because I had Tim Taranto vice captain last
Same.
night. Anyone else do that? Yeah, a few happy
right.
people in the crowd.
And why did they do that? Calvin's captain.
So why didn't Calvin, the genius behind Calvin's captains, actually do that then?
Well, no, I didn't do it, right? Because, no, I've got English to come. So English will be my vice captain rolled into my Rory lead. They will outscore, what do you have? 113?
129, mate.
Oh, really? Okay. 129. I'm pretty confident.
Don't say you don't know that either, because you were actually very filthy last night
I know.
when we were looking at that.
Correct. I definitely knew it was 129.
Don't you talk about mood fluctuations, mate. You're the king of it. Now, have to say thank you to GameDay Squad for having us. We've been wanting to get up to Brisbane for ages. We love it up here. So thank you to them. And if you haven't had a crack with playing GameDay Squad yet, make sure you do that today. You won't be disappointed. Different way to play fantasy, and it's bloody fun.
It's
Yeah,
addictive.
so you can fire up your phones now, GameDaySquad.com.au. There's a QR code going on as well, and also the app as well, which is nice and easy to use. So good ways to be part of it. So we'll have a look at that in a moment as well, just to see what the deal is all about. Because it's a little bit fun, a little bit addictive, having a bit of a play with it. So we'll all have a bit of a crack at opening up some packs to see who we end up with today.
Yeah, definitely. Now, just a bit of a show of hands here. Who's part of the Rat Pack?
Oh yeah, it's a good pack to be in.
What about the Rat Pack on -3 last night for that first quarter?
That's a pretty good effort in 3 quarters, have 75.
Yeah, it was, and you're welcome, everybody. It was obviously that rocket I said, bloody fighter.
So he's in, I think, 24% of teams now. 24%.
Unbelievable. Especially one of the good things
Hey,
about
no, you've got to tell him. Warnie got a tweet today, an absolutely amazing tweet. Share it, dog.
It basically said, I think I tweeted saying, Ratkins is in 24% of teams. That's a big number. Something like that. I think it was. And then we get replies sometimes, which can be a bit odd and a bit funny, of going, you've got to be happy with 75. I don't think any part of my tweets was anything about that. Anyway, so 75 was a great score and that was good, but 24%, I think the great number of that in Fantasy Classic is that that's a lot of people that are willing, A, to take on the risk, but that's still a lot of people playing, because it's 36,000 people that are playing him, that have picked him up, because I reckon there'd be tens of thousands that wouldn't have wanted to do it and haven't done it. So there's a lot of people still having a crack, because, so Calvin, when you whinge about your 20,000 ranking, there's still a lot of people still playing.
18, thanks, dog.
18,
thanks. Yeah.
Now, the Rat, so 75, like you said, that was a ripper score. He had a negative break even. A little bit tough for the ones that went Jinby. Long term, it's going to be fine, but far out. What was that, 96?
96, did very well, 17 tackles in that, wasn't it? Something
17
like that.
tackles.
I think he was a pretty good player. You should have had him on your field.
Okay. It was on me bench. It was on me bench. And I
Can you loop him on,
No,
Cal?
I can't get him on.
Too many green dots at
Too
Calvin,
many
mate.
green dots. It's like Christmas tree.
You're playing a long game, mate.
It's a long game, all right, yeah.
Looking
Now-
forward to the Green Vest Challenge for this week, Calvin Oda.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
How many have you had?
Hey?
How many have you had so far?
Green vest? We're not here to talk about green vest,
Okay,
dog.
all right.
Stick to the script.
One thing that we are going to talk about is the, I don't know, we always say when there's smoke, there's fire. Now, there's a lot of people smoking in the community at the moment. I don't know what they're smoking, but it's we probably should try it. But,
Green dots.
yeah, 100%. Now, there's rumours this week, obviously. Well, the Rowan Marshall one's obviously legit because that's a flag because of his ankle. But the rat came under huge.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he was in
And
doubt
he played the
yesterday based
community
on
very well.
the internet. What was it? The Instagram message to some flog who he stitched up massively. Now, obviously, just a little message to you guys. You obviously already know this, but Team Awesome Source doesn't say it.
I know, it's not
It's
true.
not happening. So
Not true.
the latest one I've copped a few messages about today, and I'm interested to know if anyone else has. Sam Walsh, is anyone else hearing this?
Yeah, is that even legit?
I think it's just for you, Roy.
No, yeah, there's a few
That's
people
a no.
talking about. I'm saying it's no. I'm not ticking it off.
Hey, he's
as,
going to be a
being
late
issue.
out. He's a late out.
No, he's right.
So how much are you panicking about that? Are you
I
hiding the train
don't
down?
panic. I just seek
Bullshit! You
information.
panic flat out.
Yeah, but that's
what
what
you do.
But that's when I seek information.
Right.
I'm better in panic mode. But no, everything's good. I think. I hope. Oh shit.
So we've got to go. So are you in a position though that you are holding trades because of these flags that are there?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, dog, but maybe, yeah.
Are you, if he's out, what would you be doing?
It's a pretty easy one. I'll just move into one of those Crows boys that are going to go off tomorrow.
So not to Matt Kennedy?
Oh, here we go.
I'm getting Kennedy.
So you're doing it
Ross
anyway?
plays.
Dog, this was a private
Oh, was it?
breakfast discussion. He
Roy's
said
come
not-
down this morning.
I was
said-
hungover.
He said, do not bring it up.
Well, it's embarrassing.
It is a bit. So Matt
He's coming
Kennedy.
off scores of 60 and 31.
So what do you like about Matt Kennedy,
Because he
right?
did them both in 25% game time and he's lost the best.
Has he lost the bet?
100%.
All right.
Actually, the vest is an interesting topic now, so this is probably a bit of inside information about this.
Oh, this
So
is shit.
it is shit. So you might have seen the news yesterday. Basically, clubs are almost treating the 26 as it is, so the 4 emergencies, all as part of their squad, and they can pretty much do what they want. So part of the technical stuff behind it is champion data's setup and structure for it. So it seems like maybe a frivolous thing, but what they've got is they need to put it into a system. Those 4 players on the bench and then the 4 emergencies has to be submitted that way. The clubs don't like it, so the worst coaches for this are the Scott brothers. They're Dimmer Hardwick, Vossi. They're the ones that are the ones having a fair crack at this, and also being media, and they're the ones that just like to hear their voices a lot. So what's happening now is that the AFL has, can we actually talk about this? Maybe not. The AFL's basically told them, do what a couple of weeks ago with Heppel. They named him in the 22, so named him on the bench. They were always going to put him as a sub, and they knew that emergency guy was coming in. Now, a lot of this is actually about ego stuff, so when a player is dropped, because it comes up as omitted. So if they're going to be the sub, they're coming up as omitted. So the clubs have now been instructed to name your emergency if you want to avoid that stuff and that embarrassment type thing. So a Trent Cotchin being made the sub, a Dyson Heppel being made the sub, keep him in the 22 and just know that guy from the emergency is going in and there's no repercussions for them. So that's going to really be bad for us. I was going to say some nasty words there, but not going to be good for us. So in the future, that might change a little bit, but that's where it is at the moment. So I had a phone call, yesterday afternoon, so a little bit of inside word on that. These next couple of weeks could be brutal, and it'll be those bad coaches, I reckon, the ones that are pricks about making work out as well, but making things hard for us. I think that's what it's going to be. So it's something to monitor in the future. In a few weeks' time, it might be that they might be naming up 5 on the bench, and that'll be it. So
phone calls.
Now, Roy, did you drift off halfway through that? Just
100%. That's the 3rd time I've heard that story. I drifted off the first time, so apologies everybody.
It's because you don't understand it.
I still don't understand it.
That is true.
Got a green dot, you get on the ground, done.
And that's the issue, Cal. Because they're going to have green dots and they are going to have the vest.
Oh, right, now.
Jeez, that's an issue. Why didn't you just say
that? Just get that the first time.
Sorry. I know everyone else here is smarter.
Okay, now, Cal, only half the hands went up with a VC on Timmy time. Okay. So there's people that still need to do some work this weekend. What have you got for them?
I've got these. This and this.
Wow.
Sounds like fantastic good work production.
My theme music this week.
You did well, mate.
Right, yeah. Okay, captains, right. Better put that down. Did you guys bring your own theme song?
I wish I did. That went off.
Didn't it ever? Everyone's rocking it. Okay, captains, let's have a look. Noah Anderson. That didn't work out.
He's already played, mate.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Some people might
What are you saying?
He was the best
Stuck
VC.
in, or I'm sorry?
I'm saying I'm sorry.
Where was he on your list?
He was number... The list now?
No, the list. The list that people love to read. Do you know about 35,000 people read your Cowboys captain's list?
Is that all? That's not enough. So today I actually brought along my captain research, A4 bit of paper. I use my 4 colours, the big pen. Well, I'll leave it up the front. People come and have a look. It's a lead.
Don't start our fantasy footy museum at some stage.
You know, it'll go down in history. So anyway, so let's have a look. We've got 2 really good options rolling in on the Sunday, which would be Jordan Dawson and Rory Laird against St Kilda. They're going to have an absolute day out. So Jordan Dawson, I reckon he goes 140 without even blinking. Rory Laird as well. Now he's been tackling 1 week with 20 touches. Next week he'll have 30 touches, 2 tackles. So this week I reckon he actually puts it all together.
Are you worried at all about him? So we'll say, as a captain, if he's picked, that's fine, because he must be good to go. But, I mean, his 4th quarters have been quiet by his standards. There's been talk about calf, fatigue, God knows
getting
what else.
subbed out in the last quarter when he's not really subbed out.
Oh, yeah, lots of things.
The thing is
that a worry with him? Is that why you've got Dawson ahead of him?
Yes, that's one reason I've got Dawson ahead. But I also think that Dawson's going to have more access to the marks that St Kilda are going to give up. So
easy points.
He's there as well. But don't forget, Laird's had, and I don't want to cross into the scale of hardness area, because that's just, wow, blow everyone.
If you were confused by the sub talk.
So 107 and 110 in his last 2 were against Collingwood and Geelong. So 2 of the hardest teams to score against. Now he rocks up against St Kilda, and it's going to be the easiest game he's ever seen in his life. So Tim English plays tonight, and that'll be my vice captain. Great one if you can last that long. But it also depends on who you have to put on the field with that 0, which is what you guys struggled with before you got kissed last night with the 129.
Yeah, well, it feels like for me this weekend, a lot of my good options were coming after all my red dots were out of action, especially with a couple of West Coast ones still sitting there.
Even today, so if you were looking at, what's his name, McAndrew,
Yes.
just got the Sydney red dot.
Yes.
He's playing the first game today, he's not the sub, so...
So we had to get in early, so that's one reason we went with Timmy. But he's on the ton run, he was always going to be all right.
Yeah, he's going to be
I can't believe you didn't do it.
Yeah, I can't either, dog. But yeah, you're welcome. No worries.
Alright, now we are here thanks to GameDay Squad. We have actually a bigger celebrity than us, because if you've listened to...
Geez, that's
not what he says back in
the Draft Doctors, we've got Cam from the Draft Doctors, who sporadically appears on there, but he's here. Put your hands together for Cam from the Draft Doctors. Righto, Cam, welcome, mate.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for the stitch up there. It was great.
Well, you are a big deal around these parts.
Great.
I think it's 23rd on the list of most influential fantasy personalities.
Right, it's a list of 22, so it was good to get in that 23rd
You're the sub, the
position.
23rd. Well done.
Where'd you rank, Doc?
Third, I was a little bit disappointed that I wasn't a bit higher than that, but anyway, I was ahead of you.
Is
So.
that why you brought it up?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyway, Cam is here as part of GameDay Squad to tell us about the product. So, first up, Cam, tell us, what is GameDay Squad?
What is it, Warnie? How many people in the room have actually played GameDay Squad or had a crack? I'd love to see that there are fewer hands, because that means that more people here are actually going to be enlightened by this. But it's essentially fantasy football as you'd know it, so your AFL Fantasy Classic, really similar to that, except for a couple of really key differences. You collect cards, and you play the cards that you collect, right? So not every player is available to you unless you've actually collected them from a pack, or buying them on the transfer market, or trading for them. There's all sorts of different ways to collect them.
One of the key things is that it is free to play, so you can get started, everyone can be involved and be picking a team, having a team, opening up your packs, which we'll get to in a moment, which is a very fun part of it. It takes me back to being a little 12-year-old blonde dog, going and get my little packs of cards. No chewing gum though, unfortunately. That's probably the only thing that we could have.
Wanda, when you sign up, how many cards do you get to start with?
Cal, you get 30 cards, so you can fill a full team from just signing up.
Yeah, right.
So the idea is that you can be competitive from day one, and then you sort of build your squad over time. Every week you get 3 more cards, and you build your squad over time.
Yeah, so I know my little boy who's like 9, he used to go down like to the IJ and buy his pack of footy cards, and then he just shoves them in his folder. So now he's involved with it, where he gets to pop his cards, open it, and then enter it in the competitions, which is great. Now, tell me about, I'll look at this, because we've got a quiz coming up later today, and this is a question here. It talks about a legend card. How many of those? Tell us about those.
So every single card in GameDay Squad, so every single player has the same amount of cards. There's one legend card for every player, just one. Right, so super rare, really hard to get. I was really, lucky to get a legend Latham Vandermeer, high fantasy performer, which will never see the light in my team. But that's part of the draw with the GameDay Squad, right? So you get cards, but you still need to have the fantasy nous on which card to play, right? So there's one card of every legendary, and then there's different rarities as well. It's the diamond, platinum, gold, silver, bronze, and they all have different score multipliers, which just adds that level of complexity around it as well. So you need to fit the best team on the field under a salary cap that's going to give you a good score with the multipliers that are available.
That's my team up there at the moment, my current squad that I've got going on. It's not going as well as I'd like to, and I think I just keep making bad decisions because of that's what my fantasy team does anyway in Classic. It's just who to play, which is another element to this, because that's a bit of a fun part of change that. But you can always leave it and set and forget it if you like, and then if someone comes along, because we get packs each week to open up as well.
That's right. It's a rolling lockout as well, so really similar to AFL Fantasy Classic. So at any point in time, if someone hasn't played, you've opened a pack on a Saturday, you've grabbed a really good player, maybe it's today Connor Rosie, you can throw him straight into your squad.
So I picked up no answer last week, was pretty stoked, and then didn't have as good a game.
What are you scoring in what?
I don't know.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Right, so let's get into it. Let's have a look at how it all works, and I guess one of the fun parts of this. So I've got here some packs, and I've got a few loaded up here ready to go, so I can show you the whole process of how it looks, and I guess the fun of it, opening these up. So we'll start here with common. So what's a common card?
I swear if you get a legendary in this, I'm going to be pretty angry at you all.
Yeah, same.
Rightio.
Next time, can we run this through my account?
Yeah, we'll run through. Cal gets the next one.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, so I've got 9 cards here to open up. So
Good luck, Warren.
what am I doing? Holding over these.
Yeah.
You can see what's going on. See the colours have slightly changed. How's that TV for it?
Yeah.
All right.
Give him a flip.
Let's go here. We'll flip that bad boy. Josh Battle. Cow, you like a bit of Josh Battle,
I
actually.
do, I definitely do.
Petrescu Seaton.
Durden.
That curve, it's not the good one.
No, the other one.
Harry Edwards, isn't it?
Harry, what about
Harry
Warnie?
Edwards came 8th overall in AFL Fantasy Classic.
And they wouldn't give him a hat.
So we gave him one.
Yeah, well, we tried to.
Isaac Smith.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things about this, it is forever. You've got these cards.
Yeah, it's a good
so
one.
Isaac Smith's not a great one.
Yeah, correct. Well, Isaac's great for this year, right? But one of the main things about the platform that's really important is you collect the cards, you keep them for next year, you keep them for the year after, right? So there's a hunt at the moment for people like Andrew Brayshaw, Sam Walsh,
Yeah.
you know, all those primos that are actually going to be really great for the next 10 years. And I guess something that we haven't mentioned as well is that you're getting these cards and you're playing them in your squad, but there's actual prizes every week, right? So it's up to date, we've handed out about $100,000 in prizes, which is, I think, pretty impressive for the first sort of year of the platform going on.
Vandermeer.
A lot of that is cash, right?
Yeah,
so
awesome.
there's going to be lots of cash going forward as well. So,
Sorry to do a trade with you, Cal.
yeah.
You got to, I'll take
$6.
$6. I'll take $6 off your
Hunter
hand.
Clark's a good one there.
Yep.
Keezy. Phil Himmelberg.
We haven't done a good one yet, dog.
No.
There's
Right,
heaps
let's
of-
get into the rare ones.
Here we
The
go.
rare ones.
These are the good ones.
Let's see what we've got.
So the difference between the packs is actually just the percentage chance of getting a higher rated card, right?
Yeah.
So
Right, we're going to get on here, dog.
What have we got going? Oh, rightio. Let's start here. Darcy Byrne-Jones.
Darcy, yeah. He's a good Darcy, that one.
the Minge.
Binge. Zach Williams-Roy. Ready for 2024?
Again.
Simpkin.
Oh, yeah, that's
That's
all
not a
right.
bad one. Nick Newman. Roy might be ready for some trades here.
Hey, Roy.
Sneaky good Nick Newman.
Yeah.
Lysa
Oh,
Cow.
my boy.
Samson Ryan.
Set and forget.
Wow.
Hey, there's a keeper for the future.
Big Maxi.
Big Max, that's all right.
Keeper for now. Yeah.
All right, let's get going with our rare ones.
I want a legend card here, dog.
Let's go.
Cooper Stevens.
I'm glad you knew his
Hasn't
first
he,
name.
hasn't he just fallen off a cliff?
Yeah.
Disappeared.
Just can't get it, can he?
Or Peter.
The Warpedo. If that was a real card,
man.
you could probably burn it now. True.
A lot of guys here. Oh, Hunky.
He's been alright, except for last night.
Stagner. Lockie Jones.
Jones.
Right. I've got a real big win in here.
Right.
Did you stitch me up with who you've
I'd
got?
stitch you up a little bit. So surely there's going to no. We have absolutely no control over who's in what pack. So let's have a look at what we've got here.
Is our uniques.
Yeah, I reckon we're on here.
Whoa.
So there's different
That's pretty-
animations, of course, for which cards you get. If the animation's like that, actually it means that you've got a diamond or better.
Oh,
Whoa!
Yeah,
Here we go.
Ross.
Diamond in the rough. Who is it?
Easy.
Glad it wasn't Pierce.
Orbit.
Never heard of him.
Adams is still injured, isn't he, these days? Lazaro.
Once again.
Fogarty.
Here we go.
This is the one.
Here's the one.
Zach
Zach Guthrie.
The Zote.
So what's the multiplier on a
The
diamond?
diamond's 1.4. So you get your fantasy score times 1.4.
Right. So you, I need a calculator to work that out.
Parfait.
Parfait.
The parfait.
Okay.
Right, let's go. Last night, let's see if we can get a
I'm
winner
watching
out
the
of this.
animation here.
There we go. Diamond or
Yeah,
better.
here we
Diamond
go.
or better. Here we go.
Right,
Diamond or
who have we
better?
got here? Let's
Right.
start. Josh.
Jake Kelly, mate.
Oh, two of them.
Brilliant.
Know your own team, Warnie. Josh Kelly. You wish.
Hibbo, I've got Hibbo before. It's a lot of my old mates. Chase Jones.
Chase.
Brilliant.
Got a good story about Chase Jones. They played down in Lonnie a couple of weeks ago, and
True story.
went along Invermay Road next to Utah Stadium, and the bus was late.
Yeah.
Chase Jones is standing on the middle of a road in his full kit, boots on and everything, just on the middle of... That's long system for you. Josh Weddle, who we got? Hobbsy, that's a good one.
Hobbs, decent card.
Flanders. Whoa.
Yes.
What a trade.
No, yeah, brilliant.
Pickett. Where's that more midfield time after that first week?
What
And Cozzy.
Down at Cosy
Right.
Park.
There we go, so that's where I'm at. So we can have a look at my squad here. So what you can see, that's my squad where it is at the minute. I've got all of these places. I've been opening my weekly packs.
See, this isn't fair, Warren. I get this next time.
Yeah, you do.
I think a legend card.
So then you've got more choice to do that. So every time you're opening those up, you can obviously buy some packs to have a little bit more fun with that as well. So that's how it works.
That's it. No, I think one of the main things that we haven't talked about yet is you can open up packs, you can get cards that way. That actually there's a peer-to-peer transfer market, completely live bidding, really, exceptionally done. So if you can trade on there, so card for card, or you can say, actually I've got this Rory Laird card, gold, I want $10 for it. And throw it up there. I think there'll be a fair bit up there, and then some of the cards, I'll tell you what, some of those top 6 sort of mids and defenders and forwards,
To Matt Rao for $100.
bang, and they're actually moving, right? So it's
Oh, did I see a Sheasel? $39.
$39.
Harry Sheasel.
Hey,
So there it is. That is what GameDay Squad is all about. Very cool,
GameDay
very
Squad.
fun, very easy to get involved. So you can hit the QR code, get up the website, grab the app, go and jump on board and have some fun opening those up as well. I want to see some people opening there. Show me the best that you get today.
30 players today is what you'll get.
that's it, you get 30 players to open up, and there's going to be competitions with the boys in just a little bit, which will get you free cards and packs as well. So sign up, make sure you've got an account, and that way you can just open up your packs when the time comes.
Yep, so we'll have some little giveaways. Thanks, Cam. Put your hands together for Cam from the Draft. Right, we've got footy about to start soon, so we're very excited about that. Who have we got this afternoon? So we've got the Swans and the Dockers. Who have we got in that game? Now you're a Brayshaw.
I am a Brayshaw man.
Are you worried about him?
I'm always worried about him, mate, every single week. But it's been good the last 2, so hopefully he'll be
Is
right
he
this
copping
week.
attention?
No, he won't get any attention. No, none at all.
We've got Errol coming off that massive game last week.
Who's an Errol owner? Who's not an Errol owner? Why didn't you go Errol now?
Why didn't I go Errol? Because I'm an idiot. I don't know. You tell me why I didn't go Errol.
You were happy about it some weeks, but
Oh, yeah, I need him at some point.
now North Melbourne are playing down in Hobart.
I sucked into it. It's so cold down there.
Port Adelaide.
It's so cold.
It's much better to be in Brisbane, isn't it?
Isn't it?
So
So much
your
nicer.
mate Jason Hornbag, Francis.
Oh, the horn.
What will he score today?
It's a revenge game. It's a revenge game. What will he score? He tons up.
You reckon?
No, I don't. He'll be like a 60.
He's in really good form.
He
at
has
the moment.
back-to-back basic
Back-to-back.
tons.
Those power boys down there should go okay.
You would think so.
Butters and Winger.
Did you think about Winger, Rosie even? Did you think about any of those guys for your VCs?
They were on my short list, but you just don't know what's going to happen in Hobart. That's the thing.
It's a scary place to go. Bludsade Arena, no wonder they're building a new stadium because it's not good to go to. Fantasy scores will be better at a new stadium.
Too right.
All right, that's about it. Actually, so tonight, the reason we came this weekend was total manipulation by the dog, which is standard behaviour. But he was like pushing this date so hard, and we were like, oh, I don't know if
Mother's
that really
Day, that's
works.
what I was pushing it for.
No, we were like, it's Mother's Day. You can't go on Mother's Day. No. Look,
Like, I've done all this work for that date.
Just looks like a good weekend. We all get up there, great weekend. That's a date. And we're like, oh God, okay. If the dog, whatever. You don't disagree with the dog. If the dog says it, you just do it.
A couple of days, we thought we'd have a look at the fixture to see what game we're actually going to see. And lo and behold,
there you go.
the shitty old Bombers.
Bombers against
I'm a little
Lions.
bit worried about it. Are we any chance?
No. Sucked in. I hope they get done by
Well, okay,
100.
what's Setterfield going to score me tonight?
50. Sucked in. 50.
What about the ruck?
Hey,
20.
that's a fair question though. Should people hold centre field with Parish out?
Who's got Setterfield? Who is thinking about selling at the moment? Who's holding till the buy? It's a big call. It's such like the right move is to sell it now.
Better hope he's not out on the wing.
He has to go in the guts, doesn't he?
I reckon. He
I
should
reckon
be
String
fine.
Trick will be back in there though. That'll
Probably. Now, Dog, when are we coming back to run our...
Oh, yeah.
Right, yep, so if you haven't signed up for your Game Day Squad stuff, do that at half-time in the game, which will be starting very shortly here. That's the Swans and Dockers game. Calvin's put together an almighty quiz.
It's called Cow's Mega Quiz.
Is that what you call it?
It's called Cow's Mega Quiz.
The reason we're doing this is because we did this in Adelaide earlier in the season, and Cow's going, oh, use this website, it's great. Because it only lets you have 30 people on it or something for a class thing for free, we had a few more than 30 people there saying, oh, we'll do the free trial for this. A week later, I get the notification on the phone. $240 spent on this bloody quiz thing that Calvin's like, we'll use it again.
I forgot. But hey, we're using it
At
again.
least we can do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll
Thanks,
do it a little
man.
bit later on. Hey, are the Lakers winning? I can't see because it's big...
Up by 3.
Oh, shit.
Third.
Gotta go watch. All right, talk soon.
All right, so then,
Thanks, legends. Let's watch some footy. Let's have some beers.
Great job, guys. Very entertaining.
Cow, did you get my beer then?
I did.
You always know mine.